Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to the PSP Podcast, featuring your friendly host, Percussive 173. Let's freaking go! I downed him! Oh, I got it! 508 meters! Literally, I'm pushing everything right now. I think it's the Lockman. Dude, this Lockman is so good! Oh my god, I'm disgusting! Gonna shit on him. He's dead. Did I just ace? I just ace. Let's go.
Just take a funky jazz with him.
Easy triple. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to have you be a part of the PSP Podcast. And I'm your friendly host, Percussive 173, and let's have a freaking party. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to another episode of the PSP Podcast, where PSP stands for Perk Spreads Positivity, where we dive into conversations with creators that have been in this business forever, and they explore the highs, they explore the lows, they explore the laughs along the way. And as I said, I'm Percussive173, and today we're vibing with one of the most drama-free, positive queens in the scene, the Injured Bear. And today we're going to be throwing it back to the golden days of content where streaming was wild and the times were full of so much love, and it was essentially like creating a party, and like where your community was that party and we all had somebody to kind of ride along with. But somewhere along that ride, the magic kind of started fading. So the question today is, what happened to the good times in content? Whether you're chasing those nostalgic vibes or looking to reignite your spark along that way, this episode's going to be for you guys, and as always, we are here to inspire all of the new and aspiring creators to be the best that they could possibly be in the content world. And I would love to welcome the Injured Bear. Bear, how are you doing today? And welcome on into the PSP Podcast.
Hello, how are you? I'm so good, and I'm so happy to be here, and it's been a long time coming. I'm never on guests for things, so thank you for making me a guest of this thing.
Hey, I always love bringing on people. I love bringing on creators that are the best of the best. They know what they're doing. They like have been around the industry for like quite some time, and like honestly, Bear, you're making waves. Like your positivity is incredible. Like your content is amazing. Like dude, people love you. They love your TikToks, and like it really shows with the stuff that we're doing.
Well,
also,
you.
hi Kayla.
Hi Kayla. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course.
It's my getaway from things, so it's nice to know that I can help people get away from things too.
And that's definitely appreciated, because with the way the space has been going, we definitely need that in this industry. So,
no kidding.
Where did the Injured Bear come from? Tell us a little bit of backstory for the people that may not know you.
Yeah, so yes, I'm the Injured Bear. It's funny. I've actually had the Injured Bear username for a couple of years now. I actually thought about streaming in 2021, and kind of I thought of the Injured Bear at that point. Kind of fell off for about 2 years, and then 2023, I had just gotten into a car wreck and laid off from my job, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. It's time to try it out. And so I dove into that, and it's been 2 years of me streaming. But where the Injured Bear came from, my chat always asks me, Bear, did you get injured today? And that's because I'm chronically clumsy. I have been getting injured for years. I have scars, like you see that scar's from when I was like 16, on my elbow. Like I have bruises here right now. Just that has happened. So I'm just, my first name is Sarah, and so everybody always called me like Sarah Bear. So you have the injured bear, and it just felt right. It felt right, and it's always felt right.
I've actually met somebody in the streaming world with the name Sarah Bear, and like she's really dope human. I'm pretty sure she's from Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, like she's really cool. But so, do you get injured a lot? And did you get injured today?
Like I said, I found this new bruise today. This is from Tiki. Tiki tackled me for a ball, and so that's her claw. When she could, Tiki is for people who don't know, she is my Doberdane.
W
She's
Dane.
a Great Dane Doberman mix. So she's huge, and she's got a lot of energy like a Doberdane, so like a Doberman would. So she likes to play, and when she plays, she likes to tackle. So I got tackled today. So I always get a little bit injured from playing with Tiki, but it's worth it.
Hey, dogs are amazing. I used to have a dog. His name was Otis, and he was like a Labrador Shepherd mix. And like when I was a little kid, because he grew up with me, like when I was in like middle school and high school, well, actually elementary school, and then on to like high school and college. I used to have rollerblades because I used to play ice hockey. He used to pull me down the street, and I used to literally let him pull me down the street, and it was his favorite thing. And just like, Otis, go get the squirrel, and then he's like, bark, 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 grabs the lead and just pulls me down the street.
I've sat on a blanket before, and Tiki loves blankets and comfy things, and she gets mad whenever you sit on her stuff. And so I've sat on a blanket on my floor before, and she has grabbed the blanket and dragged me across the floor with me on the blanket. Like, she is so strong. It's scary. But she is the biggest chicken alive. Like, this dog is scared of butterflies. If there is a fly in the house and she's eating dinner and that fly lands on or near her, she's not eating dinner anymore. It's not happening.
It's so funny. Dogs are incredible. So let's kind of talk a little bit about your content style, because my understanding of your content style is you just it's exfoliate positivity. I know that's a terrible way of saying it, but I'm just a goofy gamer dude that doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. So
I see my mods are here. Hi, Amy.
W mods.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I think with the best way I can describe my content is it's a lot of improv. A lot of improv. I really don't come in with a plan. And if I even have a semblance of a plan, it's still gonna be mostly ad-libbed or improv'd. So I started out mostly as a just chatting party streamer per se. I started out with one camera, but I was just all over the place, and I very quickly started collecting cameras to attach to my computer, and very quickly it became Bear the party streamer with the multiple cameras and the music and dancing and everything, and
I know nothing about that technology.
It's great until it all breaks, and so I kind of got into this area of doing a mix of sometimes we'll talk and we'll dance and we'll do things, sometimes we'll do games, sometimes we'll do both. It really all depends on how I'm feeling when I walk into this room. I don't really like coming up with plans. If I do, it's got to be a big event for me, and so for really, I just like to come and shoot the shit with people in my chat, and that's a lot of fun that way. I don't love the idea of planning out every single second of your content. I love just the nonsense you can do from just what you can think of.
I can agree with that entirely. It's like going with the flow and just understanding the vibe and like the lifestyle of like
exactly
what it is like you want to do just for the night stream. It's like all right, cool. I'm gonna play Call of Duty. How the hell did I end up on Among Us? Stuff like that,
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Like last night I was on stream. I had actually kind of planned something. We were playing Guilty as Sock. I got a prisoner outfit. I dressed up like that. I had accusations ready and stuff, and we somehow ended up on Uma Musume Pretty Derby, the horse racing game.
I actually showed up to your stream yesterday on that.
Oh, you did! You saw that! Yes, that's right. Yes. You saw that. Yeah. So you came in as that happened. Yeah, and we somehow ended up there. It was me in a prisoner outfit, racing horse girls down the Derby. I love not knowing what's gonna come next. I
It
really do.
it's such a beautiful feeling when it comes to like your live streams to be able to like have that happen. And like when I first started kind of watching I started watching you back when you were the party streamer. Back when it was like you, BB Jess, Samantha Please, like the three of you guys
Mhm.
just going over and just like being like that party like dance streamer, just having fun. And like no matter what you do, you always have a positive energy and have good vibes. And like as much as I see your content, that's kind of the viewer mindset that I get from you, and it's really awesome to see. There's very few of that like left in the streaming space.
See, and it's really funny because I, when you talk about the streaming space, and I appreciate that a lot.
Hmm.
I don't have a lot to compare myself to because I have seen like some content like back whenever I was doing the party streams mostly, and I was just dancing around and talking whatever comes into my head. I knew about Samantha Please. Like I watched a little bit of her content. I watched a little bit of BB Jess's content. I've never been a live viewer, really. And that's what's really I think that's a really interesting point that I want to like push to a lot of people is like a huge thing, a huge building block for me is not watching others' content of the same caliber that I'm doing because it leaves a lot of room to compare. And a lot of like you mentioned like you don't see a lot of drama, you don't see a lot of positivity in other streams anymore. I don't know that. I have no idea. I have no idea the general consensus or mood of other streamers going on because I'm just doing me. And I'm just I like to watch YouTube content mostly. Like not even live streams there. I usually just watch, videos. I'm an old school girl. But I love being on this side of the camera for live streaming because I grew up in the improv space. I grew up in the theater space and I vibe here. I don't really vibe as a viewer. I've tried and it doesn't really work for me. And so I feel like a lot of people fall into this really weird hole where they feel like, oh, I have to watch all these other streamers when I stream. And I feel like that builds up expectations and walls and obstacles that because now you're seeing all these other people and you want to be like these other people and or you're getting involved in other people's politics and drama and community and all of a sudden like you're doing this and they're doing that and it's all I feel like it's a mess waiting to happen, especially if you like really consume what you're trying to produce.
I can definitely see that in the streaming space for sure, because like you have like for me, I learned to stream by watching other streamers. That's
Mhm.
kind of how I learned. I learned as a viewer because now I have had me personally a little bit backstory about me, a little bit about my lore, which is a big Twitter topic right now for whatever reason. Um, I had a very difficult childhood. I never was really good at being social, and I was very much introverted. And I didn't even know if I could actually do the streaming stuff. But I mean, after me watching Bad Bear Gamer and his amazing personality, the only shady and like his gimmick that he puts towards Call of Duty, I started streaming Call of Duty because it was a game I felt comfortable with. And
Mhm.
I learned by watching other Call of Duty streamers and getting to know other Call of Duty streamers within their streams. And like, I guess the moral of what I'm saying is there are a million routes to get where you want to go, especially as a newer creator, but it's
Mhm.
only one journey and you have to find that journey for yourself.
I agree. Absolutely, I agree with that. And I'm not discouraging anybody from like I'm not telling all streamers so like, hey,
Oh
don't
yeah,
watch any content. Like I that's absolutely I want to make sure like people understand like go do it how you do it, but like I also want to caution like don't get overly involved because
W.
we like throw yourself into your craft, obviously. Don't throw yourself into the mess that comes with it. And like I think that's something that I've prided myself in the last 2 years is because like for 2 years now I've been streaming multiple platforms. I've multi-streamed. I've done it. I've done everything. I've done the TikToks. I've done the platforming. I've been able to completely avoid any beef drama for 2 years. It's something I'm very proud of. And because I've been involved in things that could have very well ended in a drama. I was with F3 during the moldy cookies catastrophe. I
Oh, I remember that.
very easily could have gotten into some drama with that. I have laid witness to countless he said she said situations where somebody comes like I have people come to me and say, Bear, what do you think about this? Because I knew them and I knew that person talking to me. I can be here and I can be a community member without being involved in all the bull that comes with it. You know? And I just like I that's what I want to caution when I say, like, don't get over involved in the community, because
Yes.
the best advice I can give is to walk away.
I can
walk
definitely
away from the computer. Walk away from social media.
I can definitely agree with that. And like through my 5 years in the content space, I've been in, I think, one form of drama. I'm not going to say the name of that person. I blocked them. I moved on. And it was for a comment of me saying, if you really think it's that big of a deal, why don't you let legal situations take their case, you know? And that's all I said. And it turned into a massive ordeal and people started kind of yelling at me for it. But I mean, so be it. I said what I said. I said my piece. I said, please stop communicating with me. And they came to me on an alternative account. So I blocked that too. But that drama is unfortunately something that happens in this space. And there's like, we see it happen so much. And like, it's gone from like the golden days of content where like, all right, guys, let's grow together. Let's grow as like friends and like, let's play some games together. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's hang out. Let's have fun. To, oh, I don't know if I can play with you because you're friends with this person's friends of this person's friend. And I don't like that person's friend of that friend because his cousin, you know, like...
Man, your cousin's wife said some shit, and I'm not here for it.
McDonald's, man, McDonald's. But it's so crazy.
Get that. Yeah, no, and that's what really inspired me to stream was those golden days of streaming. Like again, like I tried it in 2021. Only got about a stream and a half in. I say a half because my internet completely cut out. It was terrible internet where I was in 2021. And so like halfway through I realized my stream wasn't connecting anymore. Like I had been streaming and nothing had connected, and like my stream had technically been offline for half an hour on Twitch. And so at that point I was like, screw it. But during that time, you know, 2020, 2021, even 2022, like I would say that was such a big hand for streaming, because you had COVID, everybody locked away, and people didn't have anything to do, and then you had a group of friends who would come together and play these games and just play. Like there was no worries about posting your content. There was no obviously they posted. That's how they got attention. But there was no like pressure to like, oh, you gotta post to get attention, or you gotta do this to get more followers. You gotta talk to this person. You gotta work over here. No, it was groups of friends who got together, who streamed, said, "Oh, this was really funny. I had a lot of fun." Took some clips from that, threw it on other platforms, and boom, like, and that's how, like, my first thought is the Among Us streams with Toast and some of his other friends. I can't remember anybody else. Corpse husband when he was still streaming.
Oh yeah, Corpse.
Yeah.
Toast and Corpse.
Yeah, those Toast. I watched so many of Toast's videos back in 2020. And like, I was watching him on YouTube. I wasn't even watching his live streams. I was watching his YouTube videos. And like that really inspired me to want to stream. And that watching those streams taught me to stream. Watching Pay Money Wubby taught me to stream. Like, and I found them both through YouTube. I didn't even find them through Twitch. I wasn't a Twitch live viewer. But those streams, watching other platforms, inspired me and kind of molded how I wanted to make my own content, which is Pay Money Wubby's chaotic. Those Among Us streams were chaotic. You couldn't write any of that. Like, and
chaotic, contagious enemy cells or energy, not enemy.
Yeah. Well, contagious enemies, you know, that's the drama's selling, Percussive. I mean,
you know what really sells? Sex, drugs, and wait, what?
And controversy.
And controversy, yep, all of it.
Yeah.
What?
But
everybody loves Raymond.
We'll be 7 all around. But yeah, yeah, no, it was just that the chaos, the things breaking is actually makes things funnier. All of that. That's what really inspired me to become a streamer. Uh, and I that's why I embrace it so much. That's why I don't plan shit. Mostly because of my ADHD, but I also just don't plan shit because I don't want to. You
And,
know?
and that's like where it's better. It's like, for example, it's like when I ask people to collab, I'm not trying to do it for clout. I'm trying to do it because I like their personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the personality is going to mesh. And like, for
Yeah.
example, it's so difficult to find people that kind of mesh with your personality in this streaming space, because so many people think that you're after something, and like cancel culture changed the entirety of the streaming space. And like, I know like this podcast is technically like for like inspiring new creators, but I feel like it's something that we kind of have to talk about, of things that you got to be ready to get yourself, that you're going to have to either choose to avoid it or choose to immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
Like regardless, you're literally like trying to be safe going through an asteroid field now. That's kind of how content is.
Yeah, no, and I couldn't agree with that more. At some point, and I have reached this point, you have to decide like what kind of creator you want to be. Do you want to embrace that drama and jump in 10 toes in whenever something happens? Like, are you going to give your opinion every single time something happens? Like, are people going to turn to you for your thoughts when something happens in the space? Or are you gonna be somebody where people go to get out of being in that space? And that's what I have really tried to embrace in every turn. I think it's what has kept me out of a lot of drama.
Yes.
Is I have not only fully embraced it, I am hugging it. I am clutching it, and they're trying to drag me down the fucking well. Like
Well, I mean, like, you gotta love yourself.
I'm
you know?
clutching for dear life onto humor and bullshit. Like one of like and we were talking about this before, but like every time I see something, like if I see somebody like, oh, tag so and so, blah 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 blah, you bitch, you jerk, you blah blah blah, if I see any kind of drama starting to spark, my first thought is, what is the most absurd thing I can post right now that is completely off the rails, completely off the main drama topic happening right now, that's gonna get people to stop and go, wait, what the fuck, Bear? You know?
See,
like,
I go one
that's...
further. I mute right away. If I see drama, I mute, and I'll mute them for a month. Like, then, and I put a timer on that.
I don't. And see, I understand, and I support people who are like, mute people, block people. I've only blocked like a couple of people, and that is due to like fundamental differences. And I
Right.
didn't even say anything about it. I'll never talk about who I've blocked. Never.
And neither
No,
do I. There's no point.
yeah, and nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know that shit from me. That's not what I'm here for. But if I see, and there are people who have posted that have posted opinions and like their thoughts, and obviously, like, I'm a person. I've read all the information. I've taken sides, and and like, but I'm never gonna tell you what it is. I'm never gonna say it. Like,
it's part of our nature.
That's for me to say over a cocktail to my closest friends who are outside the space. Like, who are never gonna out me for that because they have no reason to do it, you know?
Right.
That's how I do it. I don't mute people. I want to know what's going on. I'm a nosy Nelly from day one. I know everything.
I'm like kind of the opposite though.
Everything. No, see, that's the thing, is like I give myself my deal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know everything. I'm not going to say anything. I get to know things because I don't say things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of the opposite. When I see drama, I run from it. I kind of like ooh, backpedal. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go do my own thing. Because like I work a 9 to 5, and then after that, I have to find time for dinner, gym, content, stream. Like I have to pack all these things. Like I don't really have a whole lot of time for drama.
I don't either. I work a 9 to 5 too, and I'm balancing. I have my family. I have my dogs. I have, like, I juggle so much, and I'm constantly telling people like, hey, like, I don't have a lot of time here. Like, I'm juggling the way it is. I've cut down my stream hours because I have to juggle my personal life with regular stream life.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want I personally like knowing what's going on. and then finding ways to be funny and stay completely out of it. So like I guess the best example is like, let's say two streamers or two or three streamers are having a beef and like everyone's getting involved in it. I think something like this happened very recently, actually, where a couple of streamers got really involved with each other on beef. I saw all of it, read all of it, got caught up on it, went and posted, "Hey, if a bear shits in the woods, do trees scream?" Like, like that's what I do. That's what it's funny enough, like reading those drama, like the drama tweets inspire me to go and be absurd on my own accord. It's like that's how I stand out. Is you're watching bing 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 at like, I'm gonna block you, here's a screenshot of this, here's a receipt of this, and then you're scrolling through all of it, and then you just see you see some dumb shit I've posted. And that's how I've been able to stand out from people, is not only avoiding the drama, but leapfrogging over it and go, okay, what's next? What's new? And that's been a lot of fun. That's what I really like doing. I find my perfect moment and I pounce on some dumb shit.
And we love to see that, because it's the best way. Like, there's so many different ways that people can avoid drama within the streaming space, because unfortunately, the streaming space is full of adults that think they're high schoolers, really.
Yes.
And this isn't a diss on any streamer, so before you quote me and like tag me and be like, "You're a dick," I mean, well, actually, please, that would be amazing. But it's something that you just kind of have to keep in the back of your mind, because like back in the golden era of content, back when people were making content, trick shots were in Call of Duty, the game was fun to play. Back when Among Us was doing its thing, like Warzone came out, Fortnite came out with like their big season, and like Among Us was big. And like these sub games started coming out. I really think that was the golden era of content, because people had so much time on their hands. Like, they had so much time. It was the beginning of it for sure.
It was the beginning of it, because I believe Twitch really started around, what, 2014, 2015? Is that when Twitch started? Yeah, so it was probably about 5 years into Twitch being a thing, even, you know? And so it was near the beginning, like, there wasn't a lot of TOS rules like there are nowadays, and not a lot of competition either. And it was just... Again, yeah, you're absolutely right. It wasn't about like who can become a full-time streamer. It was about having fun,
and that's what we miss.
Making funny content, and that's what I miss a lot. That's what I miss the most. Is I tweeted about this, and this is what caused us to talk about making a podcast out of it. Was I genuinely miss that time when people, and I was on TikTok during the golden age of content. I've had my TikTok account since it was Musical.ly in 2015. So
I had a different account on TikTok that we're not going to talk about, but
okay.
That account is long deleted. You'll never find it. That username is gone. No, that username is gone.
Wow,
you're never gonna see that. I wiped that shit from the web and all 100,000 followers that thing had. But I digress.
Incredible. Oh my gosh, no. But
it was a dancing TikTok too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see some of these dance moves. I bet you still got them in that night, right?
Okay, I have gained... we're not going to talk about weight. You know what? I mean, I can still do it.
Yeah, there you go. See, you can still boogie. I'm not a skinny girl either. I'm a big girl according to some doctors. All right, like I'm still boogieing down the street. Like I danced in a Walmart earlier. I don't like it.
But like
you got this, man.
You have so much fun like with your stuff on TikTok, and like you kept the dance ideology with your TikTok, and your TikTok's blowing up because of it, like as it should. It's like back like when transition videos used to be like the big thing, and like transition, like the good transition video on TikTok was so much fun, and like being able to do it right. And like this was also before they added like the little stop feature, right? I don't know, you remember that? So like just between in COVID, they did not add the little stop feature. You had to hold the TikTok to record and then stop it at the perfect time.
I was doing it. I was
Hmm.
doing it, and I was doing that back. Like I said, I had this in 2015, so I was doing TikToks in 2017, 2018.
I
Do you
put
remember?
quarters down on my feet to mark my feet position so I could throw on a new,
Yes.
yeah, to throw on a brand new shirt and to throw on like a
Uh-huh.
brand new outfit, a whole new hat. Like,
Yep. It was so good. Yeah.
hmm,
And do you remember that brief era of creating a duet with yourself and then
yes,
switching between the duets? That was me. No, that was me. That I was the first person to do that.
I used to do things like with props. I used to have a lot of props. That's what I'm gonna call them. And we like we used to just have so much fun like creating those transition videos and then like grabbing the
Yep.
props like and like wearing. I literally still have bear ears like for DreamHack. If you are going to DreamHack Atlanta, I'm gonna be dressed
I'm
up as a doodle
not.
bear.
I'm not.
I'll be
Unfortunately,
there.
I my the corporate budget ran out, and I'm not. I tried to make it to TwitchCon this year, but
Hmm.
those ticket prices came out, and
TwitchCon
I
was
just
is ridiculous in regards to prices. No
yeah,
offense, Twitch. There's a lot of things that I have negatively
yeah,
against you. That's one of them. But like San Diego is one of the most expensive cities to go to for a 5 day span.
yeah. And after Atlanta last year, oh my gosh, like just it wiped me out budget wise. So I think I'm just taking a breather this year, not traveling this year, just taking care of things on the home front,
That's
which
valid.
yeah, I'm being an adult. I'm doing adult things.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What was the moment in your content life where it just clicked and you were like, I just love this. I love doing this. What was that moment for you?
Oh. Oh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I you know what? I think it has to be nothing will okay. For me, nothing will ever beat DreamHack Dallas 2024.
Okay.
I think honestly, that was peak for me. If you asked me to compare 25 to 24 Dallas, I'd probably be like 24. I'd probably tell you 24 beats it. Honestly. I I was doing a charity event and we raised over $1,100 for it. Um People were like I was walking through DreamHack and meeting these people and like meeting people who I've looked up to as content creators not outside of Twitch, knowing that they're YouTubers, there were Instagram people, uh people who I've looked up to for longer than I've been streaming. And I meet them and talk to them, and other people I would meet and they're like, oh my gosh, I've watched your streams. And I'm like, you've watched my streams? Like, it's like it's that realization, that imposter syndrome. And I think
Mm-hmm.
so. I think that weekend of 24 when I was streaming at DreamHack Dallas, I got to like be in front of the main stage, and I was just looking. I looked up, and it hit me. My dad visited that weekend too. My dad came to DreamHack to watch my stream and to like be a part of it and be there for the finale of the charity event that I was doing with BB Jess. And seeing my dad watch me on the stage, and like seeing and him watching my live streams, and like my dad, I've always looked up to my dad. Like that's the thing, is like I've come from a family of very outspoken theater people. My aunt and my uncle are both in Dragon Ball Z. My
W
dad
Dragon Ball
has
Z.
done W Dragon Ball Z. My dad has done voices for One Piece, and so is my aunt. Um, like I've grown up knowing like full well like the expectations of when you're in entertainment, like how you're supposed to be, and so I've grown up with that, and being in an environment of entertainment, and my dad, the person who I've watched be this creator of his own accord, he used to write for Radio Disney and do voices on the radio and whatnot. So seeing him, it's gonna make me tear up. Oh my gosh, seeing my dad come into that space and see me and congratulate me and tell me like how proud he is of me that I found my own niche in entertainment. That's how I knew I loved this. And like that really stuck with me. And so I've made sure to really involve my dad from now on in like my creative stuff. Like we just collaborate on a trailer together
I
that I
saw that. That
posted
was
earlier this
awesome.
week.
Hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like he's so I credit a lot of my creativity and my brain to him. I'm very close with my dad and I love him dearly. Shout out to dad. Um but uh yeah, no, and so seeing him there, seeing me really made me realize it's like this is it. This is my niche. This is what I was meant to do because I'm not a voice actor. I don't have the voice for that. And I don't sing, so I can't be in musicals. So this is the thing. This is my thing, and I'm happy to have found it. You know? Like that's what I love.
For me, when that moment that clicked where I loved doing it, and like having a family is backing you is such an amazing thing.
Oh, yeah, you got me
Mine,
crying, man. My God.
hey, it's a blessing though. It's awesome to have that type of thing. Like for me, like where it clicked, where I love doing content, is seeing my product come to life. Whether it
Yeah.
be from a streaming perspective, whether it be from a content perspective, whether it be from an editing perspective, and whether it be just seeing the final result of the videos. And a lot of people don't know this. Like they only see like us in front of a camera. They don't know the stuff that we do behind the scenes. They don't
Mhm.
know that we're our own audio engineer. I spent an entire month transferring my audio SFX into proper equalizing stuff, into proper limiting stuff, into proper compressors, and like to be able to get a decent mic with that's from it. Well, it's a cheap mic, but with decent setup, so it actually sounds decent. It's like being able to see that type
Mhm.
of stuff come to life and sound amazing and be amazing is just that's when it really clicked to me. It's like my first video was trash. It was like it was
I do.
420p. It was
Yeah.
420p. And like you could literally see the graininess on the stream, and it was me using the Sharingan sound because the Call of Duty glitched and it made it look like two people were actually like literally just split apart because they were running back to back, and it so it was like Kage Shinbi no Jutsu. So
Oh my gosh, no, I don't know how you do it, man. Like I don't know how you have the time or the talent even because I've seen your videos and I'm like I don't know, you're streaming, you're working, you're editing, you're posting. I barely have time to make my own TikToks. My like
hey, I haven't
me
posted in
trying
three
to
weeks.
edit me trying to edit is an abomination. I'm like, if you go back on my TikToks and my Instagram, you'll see my attempts at editing for short form content, and it is.
I love having this like editing conversation and like so I'm a tech nerd. Hi, I'm Perk. I'm a tech
Hi,
nerd,
hi,
and
Perk.
I'm a goofy tech nerd, gamer, cybersecurity nerd that loves learning new things and learning about like controls and stuff like that. So I taught myself everything that I needed to know. My first video, I had no clue how to edit. I threw something in DaVinci Resolve and I'm like, oh, hey, this is how you make it vertical.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah, DaVinci Resolve saved my life. Like I love that, but I just don't have any time. I don't have time to
same.
sit for hours and go through VODs and look for. I'm lucky because I have an amazing community and some mods. Oh hey Terry has offered to edit for me, which has been a complete blessing. I owe that man more Dunkin' Donut gift cards, but uh, but it's been such a blessing to have like a community to help because I legitimately do not have time to go through that VOD and look for the funny moments and clip them and edit it to make it uh comprehensible, you know? And like I'm so grateful for my community for offering to stepping up and saying like Bear, ask for help. We'll help you. We want you and like we want to help you. And I'm so grateful for that. So it's the community, really. Like that's what again, and that's what I want to
W.
hang on to from all this too because the community has been there since the golden age of content. Like that's the whole
Yes.
reason growth happened anyway was the golden age of content had the community always there. And to don't use one of the things that has happened is people use their community not for good.
Yeah.
And like it's like the community will donate to a charity and then turn around and shit on another creator because they didn't like that they emoted one too many times in someone's stream. I can't stand that. Okay, that's one little gripe I have. I can't stand people not able to stand emotes in chat. Like, I get it. People will come in, they'll emote spam in people's chats when they're live. I get it. It's annoying. People blatantly self-promoting. I don't fuck with it. I'll ban you for it.
I'll teach people in the self-promotion train. It's a whole different, but every streamer's different.
Like, I've had people come into my chat and emote and only put in emotes, and I've seen those same people get called out on Twitter for it, and I'm just sitting here like, why do you care that someone dropped 2 emotes in chat and that's it? Why does that matter to you? Like, why is that such a huge deal? You have to put everyone's attention on it and be like, oh, this person's just self-promoting because they're just dropping emotes, not showing real support. They're not a real supporter. What is a real supporter?
That was my whole point. Is like, what really truly is a real supporter? A real supporter is somebody who shows up. Like, shit, I know that my chat is dead a lot of the time because the majority of people that watch my chat are either editing, they're working on their own content, they're lurking. Yes. A lot of my content is actually for other streamers, by other streamers. So
you're the other streamer's streamer.
I'm the other streamer's streamer. I hate that though. The other streamer. No, I'm here for anybody who wants to learn how to make content. Yeah. I'm here for anybody who like is just struggling, going through burnout, doing like having that like weird trouble. Like, I'm in a weird position where my psychiatrist is amazing and I have a fuck ton of spoons. If you're going through shit, you can talk to me. I don't care. I don't mind spending 30 minutes and helping you set up Lumia stream. Well, it's not gonna take way more than 30 minutes, but
here's a spoon.
Yeah, it's like you can have the spoons. I've collected them. They're my little collection. I'm salad fingers.
It's like a dragon in his cage. Is like, look at all the spoons.
May I inquire upon your rusty spoons?
No, not the salad fingers quote. Oh my gosh. Okay, funny story, real quick. I know super thing about salad fingers. I started watching salad fingers when I was in 5th and 6th grade, and I was a very sheltered kid. So there's a line in the first Salad Fingers episode that says, "The feeling of rust against my salad fingers almost makes me orgasmic." And so I have been watching Salad Fingers forever, not knowing what orgasmic meant, not knowing that word at all. And so I'm watching it full volume on my family desktop in the living room at my dad's house. And keep in mind, I'm like 12. And my dad walks in the room right as that line is said. He goes, "What are you watching?" And then I wasn't allowed to watch Salad Fingers anymore.
So I was very similar with Charlie the Unicorn because my brother got so mad at me originally for watching Charlie the Unicorn. And it was like, why are they going? Ring ring, hello. Ring ring, hello. But like,
were you a llamas with hats guys too?
Carl,
what did you do?
That kills people, Carl.
I didn't see that there.
Oh, I love llamas with hats. Like, it's the old YouTube was like, it's what built what we have today, and people forget that. It's like, where did the inflection point come from when people make YouTube content? Also, hi Zakil, I am paying attention to chat, but I might not respond to chat because we're doing a podcast. But
I'm taking up all of his attention. I'm the most important person here.
See, that's the truth. No, at least for this hour and a half, yes. No, but so the old YouTube and like old YouTube content created the YouTube voice. You know, everyone has their content voice, right? That originated from Smiley. That originated from PewDiePie. That originated from the people who made videos, because everyone was showing the same
Markiplier.
thing. Yeah, Markiplier. Everybody was doing the same
Huge.
thing. And they wanted to stand out and they wanted to be different. And then they're like, if I had one thing that can make me better. And that's where things started changing in the world of content, where the hook became so important, where the trick shots started draining and things started to take a shift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and this is where we go, where like we're all obsessed with that golden age of content, right? That's where we want to be. We want to go back there. And like things started to shift at that point. And we had to be different. You couldn't just be one thing, you have to be this and this.
Yes, and I completely agree with that. I think what really sticks with people, what really has held people back and like really, I don't want to say corrupted, but like really grade up the space of creating content and streaming is exactly what you said. Like the idea that everybody has expectations. There's expected support for small streamers. There's expected ways to do your content. One thing that really pissed me off was everybody saying like desktop streaming's dead. It's all about IRL streaming now. Like, where is that talk now?
Well, I mean, it's still there.
It's still there.
But
IRL streaming still exists, but it's not much of a frenzy as it was, say, 6 months ago. Content
well, I mean, there was
moves
also
fast. Content's
you had hackers take over one of the main. I think it was
Yes.
the Zojo IRL and like held it for ransom and stuff like that. And like that's it's
but ignoring all that too. But content's always evolving.
Yes,
and things are always changing, and people are always going to want their comfort and like the thing that they go back to. Like we're talking about the golden age of streaming right now, and that's because you and I both know like going back to that era is nostalgic for people and a comfort for others. Like and it can be something new for some people. It could be a reminder for others of what they wanted things to be, and like that's what really gets me nowadays. Is like I think content needs to be about what makes you happy first and foremost. What makes you happy, what makes you laugh. My content makes me laugh, and so that's why I make my content. The second thing is what makes other people's happy and laugh. That should always be second, in my opinion. Always. And the thing is what getting content nowadays is that it's getting flipped.
I couldn't agree with you more.
And people are now putting what viewers want ahead of what they want. They have people in bad situations so they can get views. And I think that's what's screwing everybody up, is that expectation. And if you think about it, the people who have blown up, especially in the last couple of years, like let's say Sketch and Queso and who else? iShowSpeed. Those people have really blown up in the last couple of years. And they blew up in a really genuine way. Queso, I went back and I looked because I was curious about this. Queso's been posting content forever, and like you can see in the TikTok and YouTube like when exactly the shift was that made that where people started seeing his content, where his TikTok first blew up. And I watched his first recorded live stream after his first TikTok blew up, and he was like, "Well, hi everybody new." Like that was a genuine blow up of content because he was a genuine person. Queso, I can assure you, none of the people who have gotten famous streaming nowadays started streaming thinking, I'm gonna do this to get famous. I promise you, Queso in his trailer did not start streaming to get famous. He started streaming because of whatever reason he wanted. Maybe he wanted to make some extra money on the side. Maybe a second side hustle, perhaps. But you never hear somebody who has gotten famous from streaming say, "Yeah, I started streaming to get famous," or "I started streaming to become a full-time job." Like that happened naturally. They realized after a moment. They realized after they had been doing what they were doing, oh, this is working. Now I can actually make this work to make this my full time. If you start out with streaming thinking, oh, I'm going to use this to get famous, or I'm going to use this to make my full-time job, use this to make money, you're already on a bad foot. You've already started off wrong. I didn't start this to make money. I didn't start this to get famous. I did this because I work a data analyst job. I work from home. I have very limited time to do anything else. I can't sign up for community theater. I don't have time for that. I do have 2 hours out of my day to be a nut for other people.
Mhm.
And so that's why I started, and that's why I'm still having fun. I get burnt out sometimes. That's because I try too hard and I try to create too much too soon, too quickly, and then it hurts. But then, like, if you step back and you just enjoy the ride and you just have fun with it and you're like, oh, that's funny, I can clip that and post it, you're gonna have a great time. It just
Exactly.
take the pressure off of yourself,
And
and you're in for a fun ride.
that's what I think people miss. It's like people are
Mhm.
so obsessed with the instant gratification and the numbers that they're
Yeah.
missing the basics. They're missing what the reason why you started streaming. Like
Mhm.
the reason why I started streaming was to make one person smile a day because I loved playing COD and I was goofy as hell when I played it. I was very, very good at the game. Now, I mean, the whole game has changed and it's all cheaters and hackers because of the whole instant gratification thing and
Yeah.
people just wanting to be better than somebody else based off of cheats. And I refuse to spend that money on those cheats and just to have fun at the game. But
Yep.
it's like I started streaming because I want to make people smile. Why did I migrate more so from Call of Duty over to podcasting? I migrated over that because it's something that I can do to bring a smile out towards people, something I can
Yeah.
do to inspire people. Because
Mhm.
what I want to be known for is like if you come into my stream and I say something stupid funny and you laugh and you smile, then I did my job. I don't
Job well
need
done.
I don't
Yep.
need the money. It's not
Mhm.
about the money. It's not about making things like if I told you my finances, which I'm going to keep very much a secret, you'd be like,
Yeah,
"Holy
me too.
shit! How much? What? Why? How you don't make anything, or I make a ton of money? Who knows?" Like,
Yeah.
but the point is, it's like it doesn't matter. It's not about the money. It's not about the gifted subs. It's not about the follower account. It's not about the numbers. I pride myself in organic content. I pride myself
Mhm.
in posting the content that's going to make people laugh. That's going to bring people in. That's going to make people watch the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
And people forget that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's like one of the loveliest things I've ever gotten. Was I had done a stream that I had personally walked away from thinking like, okay, this wasn't my most popular stream. Not a lot of people showed up. That's okay. And like I walked away from thinking that, and then I got a Discord DM that I saw the next morning of somebody who said, "Great stream," and it was somebody I had no idea was watching, and like they didn't talk in chat. They had given no indication they were in there, but they were one of the viewers, and they just wrote and they said that was a great stream and I had a great time. Thank you. Like that really made me happy. That turned my day around, and that by far has been the most lovely thing I've ever gotten as a response for being in stream. And that's like all I could ever ask for. I told Muzgut whenever I first started streaming 2 years ago, I was like, my goal is if I can get, let's say, a couple a couple even if I got like 100 viewers, or if I got like 50 viewers or 30 viewers or whatever, as long as I had like 10 chatters, then I would consider that an accomplishment on my part. That was my goal. It wasn't to make this my full-time job. It wasn't making a certain amount of money. My goal was I want 10 people to talk to in my stream. That was my main goal. And a year and a half later, uh it's been over 2 years now, but I could at least happily say at least a year and a half into it, I made that goal. And I was so proud of that. I was so proud of that, just to have people to talk to. And like and that fuels the chaos, because if you have people to talk to, people have different things to talk about and they have different topics to come up. And that fuels a lot of my conversation and my chatting, because I eventually will run out of things to say. If you're not talking to me, I'm gonna run out of things to say, and then I'll play a game. But if you're coming in there and you're listening to me and you have something to add to the chaos and the fuck shit, I'm gonna keep going. You're gonna keep me going. So anybody in my stream, just talk. Just talk to me.
And that's honestly what I
That's all
look
I
for
need.
too. is like I want you to make an active chat. I want to like share my funny, goofy experiences with you all,
Yeah.
whether it be on Repo, whether it be on Call of Duty, whether it be on Fortnite, like whatever game I choose to
Hi,
play.
Shay.
Whatever game I choose to play. Also, yes, hi Shay. Um, I just want to make people smile. And like I want to be able to engage in conversation. I know like this stream literally with this thing right here saying like
Yeah.
the exact opposite of what we're
Yes.
doing because it's a podcast, but like when it's like my normal like Call of Duty streams,
Mhm.
I don't go into streams to get content to make people think. I go into COD lobbies to make people fucking laugh their asses off. I had somebody go from calling me the N-word to saying, dude, I have to add you. You're the best person ever. And that's like, I just
Man.
want to make people smile. That's my goal.
That happened to me last night too. I made the mistake of being like, let's try a public lobby for Guilty as Sock. And then like 5 minutes into the session, somebody started screaming the N-word as loud as they could in the mic. And I
Ugh.
had to kick everybody I didn't know. Cause I wasn't gonna sit there and figure out which one of them it was, you know?
I mean,
But
it's really
yeah.
easy in COD because it will show the username of the person who instantly says it and peaks, but still.
Yeah, no, with Guilty as Sock, it was just like a light up, and so of course when they started doing it, everybody else started talking like, "What the hell is that?" Like, so I couldn't tell which person it was immediately, which, but
And it's wild like the way the lobbies are. And like so this podcast is typically, I know we talked a whole lot about the golden age of content. We talked about some of the negatives that are involved that are surrounding the streaming space currently,
yeah,
like where we once were, where we want to like we just want people to have fun is our main
Mhm.
goal. But this podcast
Yeah.
is really about that, and also educating newer creators to kind of like get to the point of where they want to be as creators. So my question to you is, if there's one thing you could tell yourself when you first started as a creator, what would that be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would say, oh, I haven't thought about this. It's actually a question I haven't really thought about, percussive.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love this. I love this question for this reason, because like it's
oh
so
man.
cool to think about where you came from, where you're at now, and what you would
Yeah.
have done differently if you had a chance. It's such a cool question.
It's a really cool question and a really tough one because I feel like, my journey has been so weird. I haven't been on Twitch the whole time. I started out on Kick. And I switched over to Twitch and I've been real happy on Twitch since then. Um I I think what I would say is I would probably encourage multi-streaming sooner for myself. I'd probably say more of like do Kick and Twitch at the same time when you started. Um, and then make a decision later on the road. Personally, I don't feel comfortable on Kick anymore. I tried it again this year. I didn't vibe with it. And first one I'm gonna be honest about it. I haven't talked about it at all. I kind of just quietly appeared and then quietly disappeared again from Kick. And that's because I
I
just didn't
noticed.
vibe with it. Yeah, some people noticed, some people didn't talk about it, and it's okay. I tried it and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, and it was just the energy just didn't feel right. And I think what I would say to myself is multi-stream sooner. Um, if you really want to get to that goal sooner, and then figure it out. Figure it out from there. Honestly, like I don't really have a lot of concrete like do this instead of this because I haven't done a lot that I regret. I'd probably say don't join Clutch. Clutch 1. I was with them for like 2 months and then they changed shit around and it got bad. But no, I don't have a lot of regrets from my streaming decisions because I knew from the very beginning who I wanted to be and what I didn't want to be, didn't want to become, and I knew from the start I didn't want to work too hard planning stuff and just kind of see where the wind takes me. And so far, I've really liked where the wind has taken me.
I
And
love that.
I think all I would say is to 2 years ago, Bear, go where the wind takes you.
I love
So
that answer.
that's my advice. Yeah.
Like, if I had one advice for myself when I first started streaming, turn the viewer count off and have a fucking blast. That's
Yeah,
that's literally it.
I don't think I could ever do that. And I respect people who do that. Um, I have to have viewer count on for myself. I don't know what it is. It's a weird thing. It doesn't deter me. It doesn't make me again. I think I'm just nosy. Honestly,
There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing
at the
wrong
end
with
of the
being
day,
nosy.
I'm just nosy because it doesn't hurt me. You know, it doesn't hurt me. Like all I want is just people to talk to. So, like, it doesn't hurt me to see the viewer count. And I just want to know, you know. I just want to know what it is. I'm just a nosy Nelly. I just need to know everything that's going on. I gotta get involved.
For me, it's like I'm, as you know, I'm super analytical. I will analyze everything in everything. I will analyze it down to the little micro decibel.
Data analyst, progressive.
So,
I analyze everything.
I will take my analytics from a video, and then I'll analyze it, and I'll be like, oh no, they left here. But this is what I worked so hard on to keep them there. Yep. Oh no, why would they leave at that point? Oh my god, it's because I said the! Why did I say the? I could have said an. You know?
I will say, like, the one thing that does hurt my feelings is, like, the one thing. And, like, it is probably, I haven't seen anybody else talk about it on, like, about being streaming. And it's when someone unfollows you while you're live. And that...
Oh, I don't even pay attention to that.
See, I do! Because, okay, I have been hanging on 600 follows for, like, the last 2 weeks. And it's been bouncing back and forth between, like, 694 and 698. And it's because the last couple times I've been live, 1 to 2 people have unfollowed me during stream. And it kind of hurts my feelings.
See, I would be the troll to unfollow you just to see the number go back to 599 or whatever the case would. But, like, you know how, like, there was Ninja in his, like, 3 million, or I think it was, like, 3 million or 10 million. I forget which one it was. But it was one of his, like, major milestones that he was, like, broadcasting everywhere and broadcasting, like, the little timer.
Yeah.
The funniest thing ever, it'd be like, oh my god, we hit 10 million. Why are we back down? And then for 30 minutes, it's just
dancing around it.
It's just dancing around the 10 million or the 1 million or whatever it was. And it's just so funny. It's like,
that's just so funny. I think that's funny because that's the community just trolling and like being goofy about it. But it hurts my feelings a little bit because, like, to me, in that moment, you came back to my content and decided that you didn't really like me. And I wasn't good enough. I didn't make good enough content for you in that moment, and
it's such a hard
hurts
thing.
My feelings, and that's really the only thing that gets me. Like, if you unfollow me offline, I don't care. You do what you gotta do. But if you do it while I'm live, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna notice, and it's gonna make me sad. That's the only thing.
I can definitely understand that, and like seeing numbers drop or seeing numbers grow is like an incredible thing. Like, handling milestones is something that like everyone kind of looks at. I'm different because my biggest statistic that I look at is at what point in the video do people leave? Because I'm more focused on my shorts than I am on my live stream. Because like let's be honest, you're never gonna keep somebody fully engaged for an hour and 15 minutes. Well, however long you stream. Yeah. People's attention spans, they barely pay attention to a 5-second video. Like, one of the funniest videos ever made was, this is a 0.3 second long video. And there were still people that swiped away before the video was over.
Oy. Yeah, she was scrolling through doom scrolling,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, but I mean, there is one video that always gets my attention, and it's when the sound that goes Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, this you can save 50 pounds per person. That's 200 pounds off for a family of 4.
Now it's going to be
The
stuck
fact
in
that
my
I have
head.
it memorized. You're welcome. You're so welcome.
Nothing
With the
beats a
accent and everything.
Jet2 holiday.
The accent and everything. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. I've sent so many videos with that sound.
Did you see DJ Kara do that? I'm sorry.
No.
It is so DJ Kara, Abby May on TikTok, is one of the she did that on TikTok because her fans kept asking her to, and it's so freaking goofy.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yeah, I absolutely love the Australian who did DJ Kara. She's so amazing. She's so great. And like genuinely like watching people kind of like take that trending sound, turn it to what it is. But really what made that sound even better is when they showed epic fails and then used that sound underneath it.
Yes.
Like you see someone going up for a game-winning touchdown and it bounces off the helmet. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, and you can save 50 pounds per person.
I literally, right before I got on here, I was watching TikToks and I saw a video. I was going through TikTok and I saw one of the videos that had that sound, and it was a guy on his jet ski hitting a wave and getting thrown head over heels off the jet ski, and it's just, and all the comments are just filled with people who took screenshots of him upside down, legs in the air, getting thrown off this jet ski. Like,
you know the speaker guy, the guy who spins with the speaker and throws it.
No. Oh yes, yes. Like the shot put. Yes,
like the shulker guy. But like, so he did the Jet2 holiday thing. It is the funniest thing ever. Nothing beats the Jet2 holiday.
That's so good. See, but that's what we like. It's the genuine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple, genuine. Like, you don't have to go overcomplicate. You don't have to go speeding down a highway at 120 miles an hour. You don't have to walk into a store and start tearing things off the walls or licking random foods in aisles.
Don't force content.
In order to get the views. Like, something as simple as a guy getting thrown off a jet ski got 1 million views.
If you don't,
that's so easy.
And it goes back to this when it comes to forcing content. It's like, if you can go through stretches of stream where you have no clips, nothing. And like, maybe you have a clip that you think is funny or your chat thinks is funny, but you just kind of don't want to post that because, not for any other reason, for the fact is like, it just doesn't work with what you're trying to do at the time.
Yeah.
But maybe like that clip that you have that is like, will be great like 2 to 3 months down the line. But it's like, don't force the content. Post it when you feel the time is right. Trust your own instincts.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. You have to trust your instincts. You trust what makes you feel good. That's like, I cannot stress how much that changes things. Like, people can tell when you are not putting, like, if you're not standing behind your content. If you're just posting to post, people can tell. And like,
that's why I wait until I have time to fully edit. I have 147 videos to edit, and they're all midway through. Yep,
100%. No, and you do it when you're ready, because like, people look for genuineness, and like that's what I look for. I try to create what I look for, which is just someone genuine to be with and to talk to, and just like have a laugh with, and to get away from everything. I don't allow any kind of like religion or politics talk in my chat. I don't talk about like any drama with other streamers, or like so and so said this about so and so. Like, I don't talk about any of that.
I had the funniest stream, and it was the worst clickbait I've ever done. For the entire 2.5 hours on a Tuesday night that I streamed Call of Duty, I said we're gonna talk about it after some major drama went off. And for the entire 2.5 hours, I had people on a cliffhanger about the drama, saying, "Oh yeah, we're definitely going to talk about it." And then I talked about the movie It.
Holy shit!
At the end of the 2.5 hours, I'm like,
"That's so good."
Because people are
That's
so
good.
interested in like the drama and debate, and I'm like so anti-drama, and I'm like, the only thing I said
I
about
like
it is like people are gonna post reviews. It is what it is, and then like that's it. That's all I said.
yeah. No, I think there was a couple of times I can't remember. It's been a while since I did it, but the last time there was a big like content drama that happened, I remember very clearly. Oh, I wish I knew I wish I remember what it was. But I started
Was it the
stream and
follow
I
bot stuff?
no, it was even bigger than that. It was during Dr. Disrespect's the drama with
Oh,
that.
okay, that one.
Huge stuff. So it was a while
Hmm.
ago. But I started stream and I was like, okay, well we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, like the thing everybody's talking about lately. And I pulled up an article about a duck. Like
See, I would have
or
dressed up
yeah.
as an elephant and then walked into the room.
That's right. That's right. See, or I find a absurd song or video, and I'll play that, and I'm like, I can't believe people are talking about this. Like, like, that's the important thing. Clearly, uh, that's been the most fun for me. Is doing that. People come in knowing like, okay, this happened. I wonder if they're gonna talk about it. Most likely not. It's been very, very rare that I've actually addressed drama on stream. And when I have done that, it's because it affected me personally. Like, again, when F3 had their moldy cookie issue, I was an affiliate with F3. I was one of their like named affiliates. Like I had been promoting them and whatnot recently. So I got on stream and I said, listen, like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about our feelings behind this, and let's get behind that. I'm an affiliate with Starforge. When all the shit with Asmongold went down, I came on stream and I said, listen, here's my thought process behind this. Is it of me staying with Starforge or not? And ultimately I did. But that's when I address stuff. Is like when it affects me personally. When
It,
people come to be like, Bear, you're with this company that just got attacked for this, or Bear, like you're a part of this thing and this just happened. That's when I come out and I say like, it's already included me. Like
and I'll never
there's
talk
no getting
about
around
my
it.
opinions towards another company or something that like has something wrong,
Yeah,
except
yeah,
for
and
the
I
V
never
Shoujo
did
situation
that.
because that's wild.
That
But
was the one time I stepped out of line. That was the one
what, the V
time
Shoujo?
because yeah, and you commented on it. You saw it.
Because
You
well,
saw.
here's the thing: it's like that's one of the biggest streamer business mishaps that we have
Yeah,
ever seen, and that's all I said about it. I didn't go
yeah.
into massive detail. I'm
Well,
like, it's what it
you saw
is.
my post about it too.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hold. That was one of the times I didn't hold back. And again, that's one of the few times I step out of line and I comment on something that doesn't involve me, because in my opinion, half
People
a
need to
million
see it.
dollars missing from a charity initiative deserves some focus on it.
Yes,
Does
because it's about the
and
greater
that
good.
right? So like, so when seeing that the apology tweet and the announcement of them shutting down and the explanation he had to give about not like, oh, like I spent this money and then realized after it was a charity event. Motherfucker, you just got community noted being told that like you were there when they raised the money, congratulating them on raising the money, and then you spent the money.
And they spend it
Like,
on themselves too, and
get
that's the
called out
kicker.
for it, bitch. Like, yeah, like that was the one
Absolutely.
time I stepped out of line and I was like, I am replying to this and I am going to insult you because that's and I've never done that. I don't do that.
No, you
I
don't.
don't do that. And so I know like if I do it, that's like I hope people know that when I do that, it's then a big deal to me.
Right. You do it for the right reasons. You do it for a
Mhm.
good reason.
Right.
And it's
Exactly.
essentially like when there's something that actually needs attention brought to it, like it is what it is. And we have
Yep.
to. And there's lines. Like
Yeah.
there's lines and limits. Are they defined? No. You can't define that because
Yeah.
you'll know when that action is right for you to step up into say the right things and do the right things. It's just it's a
Mhm.
learning experience.
It's a gut instinct.
It's a gut
And
instinct.
it takes experience to get that gut instinct.
Well, it's also called
Unfortunately.
media training. And there's a lot
Yes.
of people that like, for example, I'm 100% professional at any point in time, no matter where you meet me, no matter how you meet me, even if I have a freaking espresso martini in my hand. I'm still going to be professional. I'm still going to be, it's just my personality. Now, I am goofy as all get out. I'll have fun. Like, there's a difference. But when it comes to, like, professionalism as a creator, I'm always professional in communications. I don't want any awful situations in my DMs. I don't want any awful situations to leak out about Perk. But
absolutely. I am like short stuff. I am also a goofball professional. But it's all about knowing your audience and reading the room. I cannot
my
stress
spicy
how
water was
important it
blocking
is.
that comment, and I was salty about it. I'm not even drinking spicy water. I'm drinking coffee, but my spicy water was blocking that comment, and I'm upset.
Spicy water said, "Pay attention to me."
Well, no, because I don't even drink spicy water anymore, minus tequila.
Oh my god! Wait, what was that? Hold on, ADHD. What am I talking about?
Professionalism.
Professionalism.
Yes, professionalism in the streaming space. Exactly.
Sorry, ADHD. My whole
Joplin,
chat
sweetheart.
knows. I'll be in the middle of something, and then I'll answer a question, and then I'll forget what I was saying, like, completely.
We're both ADHD though, so that's why I have a whole list of notes of talking points.
ADHD. Yeah, so ADHD on this, and like, but it's all about reading the room.
Exactly.
When it comes to like professional, especially in content creation and entertainment in general, like, it's all about like reading the room and knowing your audience. Your audience is never going to be the same audience every time. Not every venue, every stream, every video. Your audience is never going to be exactly the same as it was. It's always shifting, always changing, always evolving. And you have to know how to read your audience at that time. Because once you learn how to read an audience, things just kind of start clicking for you. Like, I know how I like to be when I'm at conventions and I'm meeting people for the first time. I know who I am when I network. I know who I am when I am behind a camera. How I am behind a camera talking to people is completely different than how I am in the creator lounge at DreamHack. I'm not gonna because behind a camera right now I'll be like, you bitch, you motherfucker, I'll come after you, I'm gonna get you right here, right now. This ban button is so fucking easy to press right now, bitch. Like, I'll do that. You'll never see me do that in a creator lounge. There are brands there. There are sponsors there. Like, I want to be nice to you.
So I'm the exact opposite. I'm the exact same in person as I am behind a camera. You pull me into a Discord call, I'm going to be exactly the same in person. The only difference is, instead of only seeing the top shoulder of me, you get to see all 330 pounds of me, buddy.
You get to see the legs,
You
baby.
get to see the legs, baby. Oh yeah, I'll model those legs. You know it. Daddy,
These
sorry.
pants are made for walking.
But that's the thing. It's like, I'm always going to be exactly the same. I want to be known as that person in the streaming space where I can just always be Perk. I can always be that guy that is a goofball of energy, that is a light in the room, no matter where I go. Like, for example, when I went to DreamHack Dallas, I had one of the most incredible situations occur. And it was, so I was actually going to DreamHack Dallas on the verge of stopping streaming completely, just being done with it. Well, the reason is because I had stuff going on in my personal life, and I've been doing some stuff where I had to have more of a main focus. And so I meet a bunch of people, talk, like, I wasn't really going to do anything. And then I meet Saskia, and Saskia tells me, and I quote, we all see your content, and a lot of us see your content, and you're doing amazing with your content. So just know that. And this was out of the blue. This was at the creator party, like the Meld creator event, the networking event, the Meld Ghost thing. And I never thought that, number one, Saskia would even see my content, would even watch my content, would even care for my content.
Yep.
And this just goes to show that these numbers on the screen, you never know
You never know.
you never know who's actually watching, because the numbers are never instantaneous. The people are never always going to talk to you because they're always doing different things. And
the audience will always be different.
It's always going to be different. Like,
Yeah.
I had no idea Steffi Evans watched my content. I had no idea that...
I had no idea Bibbidi Bobby Boo watched my content, or VIP Chi, or Miss
Right.
Flex, like, and all these people who, like, that happened to me at Loot Fest too. I went into Loot Fest 25 thinking this was it. I posted about it too after. I walked into Loot Fest thinking this is my last event as a streamer, and it was because I felt that I had gotten to a point where I could no longer provide the content that I wanted to provide.
that message rings home.
People weren't, like, in my mind, people weren't responding to it, and I was like, I can't give what I want to give because people aren't responding to it, and I walked in thinking, like, I can't try to juggle this anymore and kill myself over something I think is not working.
Not literally, chat.
And no, yeah, no, in a game. But
have to specify I'm live on TikTok.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt myself accidentally in a game working too hard.
Right.
But at the after party and all throughout Loot Fest. So right before Loot Fest, Bibbidi Bobby Boo messaged me and out of the blue and said, like, would you want to do a cosplay with me of Mario and Luigi? And I was like, you thought of me to do this? Really? And, like, it turned out to be a whole thing of, like, she thought I was gonna say no. And, like, it was a whole, and then, like, at the after party, at the after party at Martin House, I get pulled aside by Mischief. And I don't know what sparked her little mama heart to pull me aside and talk to me, but she said, I just want you to know, like, you're crushing it. I love watching your content. My husband loves watching your content. I know other people who come up to me, ask me to introduce you to them because they love your content. And I want you to know, like, you're crushing it. You're killing it. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm about to walk away from streaming in 2 days, and I'm being told this right now. Like,
that's exactly how I felt when Saskia said what Saskia said to me.
Yeah.
It's a whole range of emotions.
Total, like, the imposter syndrome hits, like, hard, because, like, it convinces you so easily that you're not doing what you think you're doing. Right. And then, like, you go to these events and people come up to you and they're like, you helped me become more confident. You helped me understand my content better. Or et cetera, and you're just sitting there kind of like jaw dropped, and you're just like, me? I did that for you? Are you sure? Are you not thinking there's like 20 other bears in the space? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
There's literally a bear of Twitch. Like, he's probably better than me.
Yeah, it's like there's a million different bears, but why this bear? But also a bear. It's because you are amazing and your content is amazing and you inspire people, and, like, it's true. But, like, moral of the story is you don't know who's watching you, and even if your content gets like 100 views on a video or 5 views on a video, for all you know, it's Markiplier, Queso, and Kaisenet. You know? Yeah. Like, one of my biggest things for anybody aspiring to go into content creation is post the way you have fun, post because you want to post, and just keep doing you. Because a lot of content creation, a lot of this field, and a lot of this is definitely a lot of luck, but it's also a lot of skill.
Grind the way you want to grind. Everybody says grind. Like, do go for the grind. Put your head down and go for it. Yes, but nobody ever tells you how.
Yep.
Nobody ever tells you how you grind.
Because everyone's different.
Everybody's different! So don't, like, if people say, like, post every day, or post this many times a day, or post here at this time, then post here at this time, post this kind of content on this platform, etc., etc., etc. Screw all of it.
Fuck it all.
Screw all of it. Mm-hmm. I post once a day on TikTok, because that works for me. I am friends with creators who post 3 times a day on TikTok, and that works for them. I
post once every 3 weeks.
Yeah. There you go. See, like you can from one end to the other. I stream twice a week. I know people who stream every single day. I know people who have set streams. I know people who stream when and let people know 10 minutes in advance. Like that's like
Sometimes I
that's
don't even
how
post a I'm live post.
I post whenever you fucking feel like. Thank you,
Yep.
short stuff. Yes. Post when you fucking feel like it. And grind when it suits you and grind in your own way. Stop letting other people tell you what to do, because as soon as you start acting like other creators, you are no longer yourself as a creator. And
And
you got ooh,
that's the
listen to yourself.
foundation. That's the
Yes.
foundation. And like, if you ever want to
Woo!
go into content creation, stay true to yourself.
Yes.
Who gives a shit what anyone else does? Stop comparing yourself to others.
No.
You're better than that. Uh-oh.
I
My
Yep.
auto mod. I'm sorry, short stuff. I'm sorry, my auto
But
mod.
she's right.
She is right.
Don't compare yourself to others. I like if I had compared myself to BB Jess when I was a party streamer, I would not be here right now. I would not. Absolutely not. I started party streaming because I saw her streams and I said, that is the content I want to do. That's what I like. Oh, did she get what happened?
I don't think she got banned. She got
Timed out?
timed out.
Oh no! Short stuff! She's putting time out. Oh,
It's because of
I-
Botrix. Botrix.
I disappeared from your stream.
Yeah, because I accidentally pulled up my internet because I wanted to fix it.
Oh no! Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back, short stuff. I'll take care of Botrix later. I'll spank him or her. I don't know, or it.
Oh. Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever it is, consensually, of course. But
the point of the matter is, you can't compare yourself to anybody else.
yes,
You can only build off of what you create yourself. So think about, like, if you want to get into streaming, or if you already are a streamer and you're trying to figure out your content. I'm still trying to figure out my content. Like, I can't tell you what I do right now. I really can't. I was playing Diablo for a while, not doing that anymore. I might go back to it. The new season just started. But don't sit here going, okay, I have to be this kind of streamer. I have to be this kind of creator. I have to do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. That's not how this industry started. That's not how this industry thrived. This industry thrived because you can't write half the shit that happens that makes you laugh. Like, some of the funniest things that I've ever seen come out of content are the things that have gone wrong in that content. Like, those, like, embrace it. Embrace the things that are going wrong. Embrace the scuffed. Honestly. Embrace the scuffed. Because
yes,
that is going to get you the best results you could possibly ask for.
dude. Some of the funniest things that have happened. Like, okay, so one of my favorite videos I've ever made, right? And I was muted in Call of Duty for the entire game, and I realized it after the game. But it was ridiculously good gameplay. I had like a 1v5. So you know what I did? I posted a TikTok and I voiced it over.
There you go.
You know what I did? I was like, my audio's cut out, so here's how it sound.
I'm doing so good at this game. I'm so great. I'm a child, and I'm so much better than you.
Now I'm a demon, and now I'm better than you.
Like, it's
That's
being
awesome.
goofy, having fun. Like, when you're going into content, guys, have fun. Be who you are.
That's it.
People
That's
don't
it.
want to watch. Like, they don't care they don't care about your body type. They don't care about your physique. They care about your personality, and that's what everyone forgets. Like, bro, I am a fat 30-year-old, but somehow I still have 15 to 20 people sitting in my chat wanting to talk with me. Okay. Welcome. I have man boobs. Yes.
hey, man, I got no boobs. Like, come on, let's.
And it's okay. It's like people put so much stress on themselves, like, for their physique and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not trying to say that, like, you shouldn't care about your body. That's not what I'm saying. So please do not take that the wrong way. What I'm saying is,
Message received. I'm gonna go eat a bag full of chips, like, right after this.
I will eat a whole can of peanuts, but no, I'm kidding. I won't. But what we're saying is, stop focusing on the small stuff and just keep being you and keep having fun.
And get into this for the right reasons. Don't
Yes.
get into streaming thinking you're gonna make this your full-time job. honestly, like the only people I've ever seen that work for are the people who have like either recently lost their job or can't find a job, and they're like, you know what, screw it, I'm all in on this, and like that's still a good motivation, you
Yes,
know,
it is.
like it's motivation because now I'm powering to work on this craft that I wanted to do.
You are
Do it
entering.
because do it for the right reasons. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm saying you are entering a business where
Yes.
you are your own marketing lead. You are your own brand ambassador. You are your own audio engineer. You are your own video editor. You are your own video game source engineer, OBS editor, technical expertise. You are your own person. You're entering every single thing. Whether you have a Patreon, whether you have a Substack, whether you have an external business, the stuff that you are marketing for yourself when you're entering this industry, you have to be ready for. Because 95% of the shit that we do is something that you can't see.
You gotta be adaptable.
Yes.
You gotta be adaptable, and you gotta be able to change, and you gotta be able to understand, like, things evolve, things happen. You're working with a lot of tech. Tech is gonna break.
Yes, it is.
And, like, things are gonna go wrong. Things are gonna malfunction. You're gonna someone at some point is going to tell you you're muted. Like,
Do you know why
like,
it's taking me so long to
happen.
edit Shorty's videos? Because there's a desync in the audio. But no
Mhm.
one sees that until I fix it.
Yep. That's right. You got and like nobody understands until they're knee deep in it.
Yeah.
Everybody says like everybody's like, this is the easiest job in the world.
No, it's not.
It's easier than a lot of other jobs, but I wouldn't call it the easiest. You know, like it's again, you're doing your own marketing, you're doing your own editing, you're doing your own production, you're doing your own writing. You're like, if you're doing that stuff, people are doing like scripted content on their streams, and
Yeah.
I am blown away by that. Like I so much respect to the Cartoon Theory is a great one. He was one hidden gem on Streamer Awards last year because of how good his content is. Duty Beard is a partner on Twitch who I adore, and he does scripted content on his Twitch, and I'm just like blown away by what he can do by that. Like they're making their own content. They're doing these things for their own reasons. Like I can never I can guarantee you neither of them got into this going, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be like the streamer for this. I'm gonna be up right there with Kai Cenat soon. Like no, I can promise you, nobody successful in streaming had started streaming thinking I'm gonna get famous from this. Not a single one.
That statement alone, that I'm gonna be right next to Kai Cenat thing, you're automatically comparing yourself to somebody else. Stop it. But right? Because it's like the moment you start comparing yourself to other people is the moment you're going to start getting upset. And the moment you start getting people saying, hey, I have bots. And then, you go in and you ban them like I just did. It's very simple. I'm my own moderator.
Yep.
I only have 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I typically do it all the time. I'm my own audio engineer, video engineer, everything.
Yeah.
But
it's everything. It's a lot, and you don't know it until you're knee deep into it, and you're like, "Oh shit, there's a lot more into this than I expected."
And even when you're collabing with people,
that's why I'm chill.
You are chill.
So you're chill.
I'm not chill at all. I'm a hyper being. I'm still drinking my coffee. I'm gonna get even more hyper soon.
Brother, it's like, what is it? Almost 11 o'clock at night for you?
Yes,
You're
it is.
Coffee?
Well, I mean, I'm treating this like a 24-hour thing because I have a couple other things I have to do too.
Ooh.
So,
gotcha.
because I was up at 4 a.m., so I'm going to be up till 4 a.m., but doing other things. Content!
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
Boy, late night boys, get ready. Get your Red Bulls. Get settled. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Get cooking.
Well, now I roped you into this, so you're going to be here till 4 a.m. No, I'm kidding. You're not. No. But genuinely,
Wait a minute.
This is not what I signed up for.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Last time I did, that's why I did a late night thing. I threw up after. So
no, we're not gonna do that.
You're gonna hold my hair back for custom.
I will, all the way from Texas. I will summon my.
I'm in Texas. Get over here.
No, I'm not in Texas. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, you said from Texas.
No, I said all the way to Texas.
Oh, to Texas.
Summon my elastic force stretch arm.
There you go. Pedro Pascal me, bitch. Let's
Pedro
go.
Pascal. But so, the last thing that I do want to ask in regards to the stream, since like we've talked about a lot tonight, we've talked about the negatives in the streaming space. We've talked about the positives in the streaming space. We talked about people being overly analytical, overly drama filled, people forgetting their roots.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a streamer who is wanting to get into this culture and wanting to start, what is it that you wish you knew, and what do you wish you had when you first started streaming? What would have made your journey better?
What would have made my journey? Ooh, what would have made my journey better?
Mm-hmm.
More cameras. No, shoot. You know what? I wish I had the friendships that I have now. I think what really my advice for anybody who's like looking into getting into 2025 like streaming, if you're wanting to stream for the first time, you man, that's a good question. If you're getting into the first time, I would say you need to find a community. And you if you want to build a community, you need to find a community. Now, it doesn't mean for you to go find someone else's community and take from them. Not at all. But one of the best things that has happened when my first day of streaming, I got raided by somebody who is now a dear friend of the stream. And that's because they were streaming in the same category that I was. And they raided into me, and I got to talk to all of them, and now all of them are a part of my community as well. So I think my best advice is, if you're streaming, raid out to somebody else in the category that you've raided into. Find somebody who find other people who click with you in that content. If you're doing Diablo content, if you're doing COD content, if you're doing Valorant, if you're doing Fortnite, find people who are also in that community. Learn from them, grow from them. Bibbidi Bobby Boo is one of my best friends now, and Oh Hey Terry from my best friends now. Bun Bun Shay, Arctic Fox, like all of them. Like I've connected with all of them at some point because we all met in similar categories that we were all in together. And so, like, I don't watch live content, but I've still been able to connect with other content creators and build friendships and relationships with them, and have a great community arise because of it. So I wish I had the friendships that I have now, but honestly, like, look for those connections from the get-go. Because God knows, later down the line, those people are gonna be there for you in that late night Discord chat when you are 2 seconds away from grabbing a bottle of whiskey. Like, and just drinking from the bottle. You know, like, those people will keep you grounded. And, like, that's what I'll say to anybody is, you don't need to find somebody to compare yourself to. You don't need to find bigger streamers to network with immediately from the first day. Find the community. Figure out what community you want to be a part of. Become a part of that community. Build friendships. And it will all come naturally from there. Like, it will all build naturally from there as long as you create naturally. I think that's what I'd say.
I definitely agree with you 100%. And one thing I wish I had when I started streaming, one thing I wish I knew, one thing I wish I did that would have made my journey better, on top of making those genuine connections, from an offline standpoint and like joining that community, would be to post content first. The more content you post, the easier it'll get for you. And like, your first content's gonna always suck, but the more content you post, the easier the process is going to be, the better it's going to be, the more genuine it's going to be. And when you finally hit that go live button for the first time, you're going to now have skills that you wish you had initially, because it's going to teach you how to be able to see things that you're not used to seeing, like how to read chat, what's happening on the left hand side of your screen, what direction and bit rate is going to be best for you. And when you do make those connections in with that community, it's a general thing. And one thing I hope the community, the streaming world has, is more camaraderie. I want us to start building each other up. I don't want us to keep building or like taking each other down.
Agreed. Absolutely agree. I could not agree more with that. I think I'm friends with streamers who have beef with each other. Like I know for a fact I follow somebody who hates somebody else I follow. And my philosophy for that has always been like, I'm always gonna be supporting you and you. I have nothing to do with what you have to do with each other. I'm just gonna be able to think both of you until one of you says some fuck shit that hurts me. Like, if you don't hurt me and you don't hurt others, you're gonna be my friend.
Exactly.
Like, and that's the way that it's gonna be for me. And so I think if we all just treat this like some big fun creative project. Like, okay, I hate to be the girl from Mean Girls who's like, I just want to bake a rainbow cake and we all eat it and be happy, you know? Like, just even go here. I don't want to be that girl. But honestly, if we could just all treat this like a big creative passion project for each other and help each other out in our creative passions together, life and creating content would be so much nicer and easier and less drama filled if we didn't worry about emote spammers, who's supporting who at the right time, who's botting. I don't give a fuck who's botting, bro. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't hurt me that you're botting. You're just digging your own grave. You're doing it. Why do I care? Stop caring about what other people are doing. Like, you don't need to be the hero to post on Twitter and call out so-and-so for emote spamming and not supporting the right way. No! Screw that! That's bullshit! You're creating dumb bullshit drama, and I don't care about it. I care about the content you created. Show me your content. Do not show me what other people may or may not be doing to support you. I don't care.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There's my rant for cousin. There's my big rant today.
You are more than welcome to rant. It's exactly why, like.
Oh, clip that. Post that on Twitter.
We definitely will. I promise. Like, we'll post it on Twitter. Like, I'll even do that tonight. But no, I mean, probably won't.
I warned this would be probably the harshest I'd get, because like
and it's okay.
Been bubbling. It's been bubbling, dude. I see these posts, people who are like, so and so just emote spams in chats, and they're not actually there, so I banned them. Or so and so is I've seen people get banned for lurking.
That's something for me that I'm like, I don't don't ban someone for lurking. 90% of the people who are in my stream lurk. We love lurkers here.
Don't care about that. The only thing I care about is if you're purposely trying to antagonize, or if you're self-promoing in chat. Like, that's all I care about. And even then, I'm just like, you're doing what you're doing. Like, you're doing what you're doing for the attention.
Even if you self-promo in my chat, because my chat's different, go ahead, try.
Yeah.
I will literally tell you exactly what you're doing wrong, and it'll turn into you're not actually promoting yourself properly. Like, why would you choose to try to promote yourself in my chat? Why don't you post content to get people to come in that way? You're not going to help yourself. Yeah. So it's like, if you're botting, you are digging your own grave. Sure, you're going to be that much higher in a view count. But if you can't communicate to those 5 to 6 chatters that think that you're some massive streamer, then they're not going to maintain that viewer count. Nope. And you got to remember that, because everything is a building block to your own success. I wouldn't be doing a podcast professionally here if that was the case.
And there's no building block to help you that says on it, bring down somebody else. None.
Bingo.
There's not a single building block that exists that says you need to take a screenshot of this person and post about them on social media.
Agreed.
Not a single thing. Not a damn thing. If somebody says some dumb shit and you don't like it, block them. Be quiet about it. I said I have blocked very few people, but I have blocked people and for some dumb fuck shit that they've done, and very justifiably, I might add. And they still those people still continue to post about others and be drama content, and that's cool.
That's their own thing.
Cool.
It's just
Do
not the
your
content
thing.
I consume.
It's not the content I consume, nor care for, nor want to be around. And if people like that, fine, whatever. But you're getting, if you're doing that kind of content, and then you're wondering why like your streams and your community have kind of turned down a toxic path, then you might be going down a toxic path of content.
True.
And I'd recommend having a little bit of a pivot. If you're taking the time out of your streams to talk shit about other streamers, you might be going down a toxic path of content, and I'd recommend you fucking pivot. Because I'm so tired of popping. I've tried to be more of a live viewer. I really have. And I've popped into other people's streams to hear them talking shit about somebody they've had beef with recently. And I've never left stream so fast. I'm so sick of it, dude. Like, I watch content to get away from dog shit.
That's why we're here.
Like, yeah! But so why would I want to get into someone else's stream to hear about more bullshit? Why would I want that? And I don't think a lot of people want that. I want to give an experience that makes you laugh, not makes you enraged with me.
I forget the exact quote that I had on Twitter, but it ended up blowing up. I think I said something along the lines of, who really gives a shit anymore, because it's really more about actually, you know what? This is bothering me, and I want to find the exact quote because it's really fucking good. But essentially, like, we worry too much about drama, like, consistently, and I really want to find this. I wish I had it pulled up and bookmarked, but it's not the hot take.
You don't have all your viral tweets memorized, Percussive?
No, I tweet and forget. I'm a tweet and delete bitch. Wait, hold on. No, I'm getting very close to it. Oh, never mind. This is all my AI shit that, like, when I went on a rant on AI, and everybody thinks that, like, AI is like the end all be all, and it's really not. And like, the AI stuff is crazy. All right, here we go. All this talk about drama and shit, well, understand this. We are here to make content and create a space for people. Support them, block them, or mute them, and move on. No one is forcing you to do anything or hang with anyone. Not everything is grounds to cancel someone that you don't like.
Yep. I could not agree more with that. Like, that has been my whole philosophy. Honestly. Create what you want to create. Ignore everybody else. Like, their content's not your content. Why does their content affect you? Why does what they say and do affect you? Why do you have to post about other people's posts? Who cares? I certainly don't care.
I just tweet things and I forget that I even tweet them. I schedule my tweets that go throughout the day the night before.
Oh, see, I don't even schedule. I'll think of something funny. I'll look and say, when's the last time I tweeted? 3 hours ago? Long enough. Tweet.
And that's great. Like, my thing is, like, as somebody who's a tech nerd and, like, deals with AI, I've seen people utilizing Grok and thinking that he actually had access to the views, profile views. And from a coding perspective, that's impossible.
I saw that. It's impossible. I knew that from the get-go.
I literally made Grok tell us that it's impossible itself.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely impossible. And, like, I didn't participate in it because I felt like it was just creating hurt feelings.
I did because I wanted to see if it would actually DM people.
Oh, interesting.
And it didn't. It didn't.
Did it? It didn't? Oh, okay.
It did not.
Good.
Because okay. I would have sent random DMs to people via Grok. If that was the case, that would have just made them fucking laugh. I would have done something like send injured bear something stupid like the boobies are the boobiest. I don't know. Fuck if I know.
Oh, see, I would have blocked you for that. That's an insult.
But like that. But that's the thing. It's like I'll think of something really ridiculously stupid and like just something to make people laugh.
See,
So.
and the grok thing, it just causes trouble. Like, cause it focuses on engagement because it can't look at profile views, and all I saw were people being like, "Oh, well, so and so has been looking at my profile a lot." Clearly, no, you and so just got into a fight on Twitter, so you've engaged with them a lot. So all of a sudden they're popping up in your profile views, dummy. Like, no,
Exactly.
like. It's AI. It's tech. We're still smarter than AI. It's gonna screw up. You can't take it as the end all be all, and you can't take social media content as the definition of your own.
Thank you.
Like, don't. Oh my God, taking TikTok, Twitter drama, and then funneling that into and making that your content. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
I mean, and it happens unfortunately in this industry. But do you have any last words that you would like to say to the audience?
Oh, what you're gonna at the end of Bear after this? You're gonna
No. I'm not gonna.
Any last words, Bear?
I meant that you would like to. Anything that you'd like to like really share. And the only reason why like I wanted to end is because, it actually goes back to like the analytics type thing. People like. Stop listening to podcasts.
2 hours is long enough.
Yeah, well, people stop listening after 2 hours.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, after 40 minutes, but I always double that.
I guess last thoughts. I really only need to reinforce the idea of don't get caught up in the world of streaming when you stream. It's hard. It's easier to view it yourself than for me to explain it. But being in the streamer world creates a different environment than being a streamer. And I heavily recommend to be a streamer first and foremost before you get involved in the streaming world. Again, and I cannot stress this enough. Create the content that makes you happy first and foremost every single time. I create stuff that's going to make you smile and make you laugh and make you feel good about posting. The audience comes second, because the audience will come when they see you being genuine to yourself and to your content. And if you switch them, you're going to get an audience that leads you down a path where you suddenly find yourself going, I don't know how the fuck I got here, but if I want to keep this audience, I have to keep doing it. And I don't want you down that path. I don't want anybody down that path. I don't want anybody thinking they have to be an absolute troll goober nutball in order to keep their audience. No, be a troll goober nutball because that's how you started streaming. That's how you that's what you wanted to do. If you wanted to be a drama streamer, do it. But stick with it. Stick to your convictions on that. Don't flip because of the audience. Flip because you wanted to. That's my last words.
Well, I love that. And my last words to everybody, remember to spread positivity, to be happy, be healthy, and be enthusiastically you. But
always smile. Smile once a day.
Absolutely. Smile a day keeps the doctor away.
That's right. That smile a day keeps the bullshit away sometimes. Maybe. Not really. Actually,
that too.
Just block everybody. Delete all your social medias. Delete everything. Go
Delete it
be
all.
A hermit in the mountains. Go live in the Rockies. Fight a moose. It's the same experience on Twitter.
I'm down. I am so down to go fight a moose. I am so ready to lose. But